Hey guys, it's your boy Josh, aka Dr. X, aka Falcon Executive, and welcome to this brand new video of mine. So in this video, I will be showing you my 3 main accounts on Epona and how they actually look right now. So we will get right into it by I'm just gonna tell you guys this, what I'm doing right here is I did simulate 2 Android devices on my PC, which you can see right here. I do apologize for the black bars, but that is sort of necessary to keep the 16:9 aspect ratio on this video. Otherwise it would look like one is stretched out, one is like kind of pressed together, and like some bullshitty ass shit. Alright, so let's start off with Judicative. This is my Varia, and actually my Varia does use some good gear and some bad gear, and also I do use some gears of his just for my own ego, so yeah, there's that. So let's bump right into it right here. So his helm is the Shadow Scale Helm of Night. Comparing this to my rogue, he's using the Shadow Scale Helm of Duelist, so that means 2 Shadow Helms. One is attack and one is defense. One is health, one is energy. Both are dexterity stat, and they also do have almost, not at all, but almost the same evasions on them, which is kind of good. So then for my Varia, we do use the full EDL set, which we use for my rogue as well. Which in comparison to this one, the stats on these are pretty much similar in terms of heat resistance, stuff like this, but the armor really does almost 100 more, well, it does over 100 more, so you know what I mean. Exactly 109 points more, I think. That's what it does. So also this does add the same amount of health and energy, just kind of like swipe these points around. So whilst this one adds 600 health, this one adds 300 health, and this one adds 10 energy, this one adds 600 energy, which is kind of nice, I think, just because rogues are so damn good at energy bursting. So comparing this to my druid right now, my druid, she does use the Cosmic Coal, nothing too special here, and yeah, that's just what's kind of like, you know, it's just a thing, it's just a low level account, like come on, cannot judge about that. So let's just pop right into the offense on all 3 accounts. Alright, so we got the Runic Shield of Endurance, which is like one of the best shields in the game, in my opinion, if you do not have the ideal one. Then we got the Dragonlord Bundle, which is, it's still like one of the best offense you can get as a rogue, but you know, you should definitely go for EDL. I will also go for EDL once I do have more time. My time is limited to play right now, and I don't really want to camp right now, because I think camping is sort of annoying. You know, it's just my opinion, I don't have that much time to waste right now, so I can spend that time in a better way. So then on my druid we got the Master's Grimoire, which looks very weak in comparison, but is one of the best looking offense for any caster class, and that's just simply why I do use it. So coming for the main hand right now. For the main hand we do have the Voice Ice Halberd of Dexterity on my Varia, which is kind of like one of the best ego spears you can get as Varia. Then we got the Dark Blade of Celestial Might. I did have the Void one, yep, for those people who wonder where the Void one went, but that one I actually used, it belongs to a friend called Panther. Panther did use, did give me this for usage of like 3 or 4 days to test it out. That's just what I did. So the Void Ice Halberd is one of the best main hands as Varia, I think, as a DPS. And as a tank as well, just because you do have 200 dexterity in this, which is kind of nice, and it's glowing. It does let you look a little bit more mighty, which is one of the best things I think Varia can do. But then again, I also do have something which is called the Shadow Ice Halberd of Vitality, just to swipe if necessary, if I do need like some extra HP, but that's never ever gonna happen. So then my Rogue's Blade is actually one of the best main hands just because of the big DPS. And first off, you think attack speed 2.4 seconds, that might kinda sound weak, but on a haste elixir you will not feel the difference to any other main hand, so yeah. But the only weak point of this is just actually the defense stat instead of attack. I don't know why Monta Mobile did put defense on these daggers at all. I think that's a wasted stat point right there. So then on my druid we use a Dark Grimoire of Rust, which is I think one of the best looking main hands as well. But this one is actually for a mage, so you may wonder why the fuck would I use this, but it's just a thing like, you know, I can't not be bothered, just because I will go for the DL one at 175, so I'm most likely gonna keep this just for the focus and the looks, because, you know, I care about the looks a lot. Alright, Varia and Rogue in comparison. you can see that the Various using the Shine Stone Amulet of the Poacher, whilst my Rogue's using the Wild Shrine Amulet of the Sun, which is one of the best amulets for any class in my opinion, except for Rangers, because Rangers, they usually, you know, they're like far combat and far to mid-range combat, and close combat on a Ranger is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard of. That's why I actually wonder why people really, they take the Rangers in PvP and they just go close combat on them, then they lose these fights, and you know, they use combos to make up for some bullshit. But it's just an ego thing of Rangers, you know. And don't judge me, I also do have a Ranger, but that's not on Epona actually. So yeah, we will get into that later on as well. Alright, for my Druid, we do have the Heroic Amulet of Vigor. There's really not much to say about that as well, but it's just one of the best amulets. In any type of low-level game, you should really have this. This really step up the amulet game if you're low level at level 35, and you know, it really just shows a pay-to-win aspect of the game by really making you, it just make you better as if you didn't have it, and it's quite expensive for low levels as well. So I doubt any one of them will ever be able to farm that till level 35 without buying platinum or something. So anyways, the Shinestone Amulet does add 200 vitality and 1000 health and 150 armory. Also does give you a skill that boosts your defense by 500 for 15 seconds. This makes this the absolute best amulet for tanking in the game, the best, period. So the White Shine Amulet is actually one of the things I did really only like because of the health edge and the two add-on strength and dexterity points. But the 4000 piercing skill, I think that's more or better for Various and their shatter skill, so they can really smash out the shit out of you in PvP, but I personally don't really use this too much in case of leveling, because I don't think it's actually too much of a big difference to my auto hits or something like this, which I don't know, it's just a skill that is there. Anyways, both of these are infinite use as well, because it's just pay to win armies, you know. So then for the bracelets, there's the major difference. My Varia does use 2 Imperial amulets. Let me show this right now. So he does use 2 of these. One is focus, one is vitality and dexterity, the other one is focus and dexterity. Both are 825 defense, which makes them very OP. So in comparison to my rogue's gear right now, I know I did use the royal things for this, but they're gone for now. So we do have 2 600 attack, 1 675 attack. Both do add vitality, which is kind of nice, but I wish they wouldn't add dexterity but strength, because my attack is also very high. So I really did step up my attack game with that. So coming up to my little druid right down here, which, like, one of the best things you can do as a druid is just simply go ahead and get yourself agri bracelets. But these ones are not too bad. They just add vitality and focus and skill levels, and the totem 250 totem ability on the right one is not as useful as the nature's magic on the left one. So yeah, it's not much to say about my druid right now, so she isn't anywhere special right now. But checking out the charms right here, and you may be kind of pissed off or disturbed by what I'm showing you my druid. Yep, that's a fucking Stormleaf charm. I just use this for 20 vitality, which is just why we can cancel that on the druid right now. But keeping up with that, and yep, I am sorry I do talk very fast, but I don't have much time. I gotta get out to work in a few minutes, so let me just do this quick. The Scaled Stonebark charm and the Garnax Bloodthorn charm. So whilst everyone else is going for Stormleaf or the Blade charms as the DPS because of the attack adds and the strength adds, I think that's bullshit. Like, you should really have enough attack and damage at that level. Just gear-wise, you don't really need that. But one thing I do always need is health and dexterity. For example, if I go to Proteus or Gelebron, these 500 extra health, they really show their worth. Even at 250 and something like this, it's just gorgeous. Same with the dexterity, because first off, dexterity also goes into your attack and into your defense, which makes this one of the best and greatest stats of all time. So the Scaled Stonebark charm is one of the best ones I ever found for a Varia, because I think that this is it's really the best for the Varia. Like, you cannot replace this charm by anything. I mean, there's people that are saying that the Silver Web charms are good and stuff. Well, they might be good, but this is just the best in HP form. It's 145 vitality plus 400 health. I mean, goddamn, that's a big amount of health. So then for rings, my Varia does use 3 scan rings actually, and let me just bump up 2 of these. and you will just notice something really quick that, for example, let me just stop that, just go out with these things. And yep, I did have one of the Imperial Necral blood rings, which is gone unfortunately because I traded that away, which was one of the biggest mistakes I ever made in Celtic Heroes, but I don't care really much, not anymore. I did care a little bit, I was a little bit sad, you know what I mean, I cried my eyes out and shit. But so let's compare these. So first off, these ones are really good for dagger and vitality and strength, because it does add a lot of damage. Even the 5-on-1 is just as good as or even a little bit better than one of these shop rings from a 200 shop, which do add 400 attack, 600 health or something like this. I don't know, I don't remember at all. Well, actually, now let's just get into these runs. So you see that this vitality and defense ring. So you see that the Skane's Ironwood ring and the Skane's Stonebark charm, they actually do use the same, exactly the same points, except for the attack evasions, which does not matter too much. In my opinion, they should have put the spell attack on the Ironwood as well, but it doesn't really matter too much. On my druid, you see the rings are really nothing special. That's why we will skip them right now, because I did a video on them already. So let's keep up my druid for now. The next rings I want to show you guys actually are both of those. So I do have both of these here, the Spectral Ring of the Huntsman and the Spectral Ring of the Reaper. The Reaper is of course my favorite, but the Huntsman is just great for the 15% of your total defense. And the running skill sometimes if you tank is also quite nice. 15 armor on that is a joke, but better than nothing. So it could be 100 armor, that'd be great. So still one of the best or most valuable ring for Varia out there. Then the Reaper ring does add 15% of your total attack and also increase your attack speed, which makes this thing godly as fuck. The 100 poison damage are pretty useless at boss like Necro, but still in general I would say they're pretty good. Same as on the other ring, the 15 armor are a joke, but doesn't matter too much. So let's just get into this one. I think I didn't show you guys this one. So this one is actually just the same as these two are actually just the same. Also again, just the attack evasions differ. But anyways, so yeah, for my druid, fuck that shit. For my rogue, I do use the Greater Band of the Anointed because I think that I want to get the best one of that, but I don't have the time to kill the ring boss right now. But I think that 17 divine damage is quite OP, same as the dexterity stat and the health and energy adds, which is basically a free endgame ring, you know? You can get these things for free just by killing bosses. So for the fashion, you know, I didn't think that you guys cared too much, but that's just my fashion, so yeah, let's get that. Without any further ado, I would say, guys, have a nice week, hope you did enjoy the video. As always, check out my Patreon, and see you guys in the next video.